Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League action. Today, it has brought us to St. James, the Ken Cook Grounds, also known as the Police Barracks, for a battle of the forces as miscellaneous Police FC take on Defence Force Elite. Looking at the weather that they will play under today, 28 degrees Celsius, 68% humidity index, and wind speeds of 15 kilometers per hour. As the sun sets, my name is Hans Devines, and joining me on the pitch, Brent Sancho, former national defender, and we have Gordon Pear, manager, analyst when it comes to sport, and a man that just basically has the proper understanding of the game. Gentlemen, before we go any further, let's look at what happened the last time around on Friday. On Friday was match day 2.
Well, on match day 2, an important result for Tiger Tanks Club Sando. Their first game in the league so far. They were in a bye last week, a 1-0 win against Central FC. And Tobago FC Phoenix, they lost to AC Port of Spain, 4-1, a hat-trick by Kadeem Corbin. And, of course, Terminex La Hockey to Rangers with a 3-1 win against Caledonia FC. Point Fortin Civic are on a bye this weekend.
Well, match day 2 continues today. Let's talk about today's fixtures. What do we have? Police FC, miscellaneous Police FC versus Defence Force Elite, and Eagles FC versus Prison Service FC. Guys, the last time the services faced off, it was a 1-1 draw in June. What do we expect from this one today?
Well, this one expected to be a cracker. Defence Force, they'll be coming as the defending champions, and they're ready, willing, and able to put on a show today. And of course, the police team, they have been beefed up by recent additions, and they're going to really put on a show here today.
Brent, well, I know you were talking about the pitch earlier.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned about the pitch because with both teams considered two of the better teams in this league, of course, the pitch always comes into play, and those questions are asked. It's not necessarily a very flat surface. It is a little bumps, it's soft underneath, so I don't think in terms of a short passing game, it will be conducive to that, but I do think it will play some part as to how the result goes here this afternoon.
Well, we spoke to Defence Force Elite's assistant coach, Hudson Barber-Charles, before the matchup, and this is what he had to say.
Coach, a front three with 6-foot-plus players, St. Hilaire, Rion Moore, Brent Sam, is that a sign that Defence Force might play a bit more direct today?
No. We maintain our old ball possession game, and we're looking forward to this game. It's one of the games that's always have a fierce battle, a little rivalry between the forces. So, we're looking for 3 points today.
Well, you talk about the rivalry of the game. What are the keys to the game for Defence Force?
I think playing well our chances. I think a lot of the times we create a lot of opportunities, and the key today is to put away the first opportunity that we get.
All the best, Coach.
Thank you.
Gordon, you heard what Coach Barber-Charles had to say. What can we really expect from Defence Force today? What's happening with the squad?
Yeah, well, he talked about the front three for the Defence Force. That's Brent Sam. He's going to be coming through the centre. Then you got Rion Moore coming up the left, and Keaton St. Hilaire. Well, they are 3 6-foot-plus guys, but they're fleet of foot. And I think they're going to be attacking. They're going to try to get into the attacking third. And I think they want to put away their chances. As he said, I visited training on Friday, and I saw them preparing. And Barber-Charles, he had them going through some finishing touches. And I think Rion Moore, he's in awesome form.
Well, Brent, they're coming off of a 5-0 win over Phoenix FC. What do you make of them?
Yeah, well, they are scoring their chances, but he's right. I think, of course, playing and scoring this opportunity, but I do think the middle of the park is the key, because at the end of the day, Police FC, the Defence Force, the middle of the park is where they supply to the likes of Rion Moore, the likes of St. Hilaire, and he talked about Brent Sam as well, playing that focal point. It's extremely important. That front three does well, but without the midfield supplying to them, they won't be able to do well.
Well, thank you very much, Brent Sancho. Miscellaneous Police FC, we spoke to their coach earlier. Here's what he said.
Coach, a few changes to your starting lineup. Cummings coming in from the start, Plaza coming in, no Jabari Mitchell. Tell us your thought process behind the starting 11.
Jabari went into the first game with a little niggle, and apparently it got worse. So hence the reason why Cummings is starting today, and also Cummings came into the game with a lot of enthusiasm, and he was doing a lot of good things, so he got the nod today.
Well, you talked about the tempo of the game in your last game being one of the things that you're a little bit concerned about. Is that something that was fixed coming into this fixture?
Of course it was. We worked a lot on away from the ball, pressure in numbers. So we should see a better performance without the ball today.
All the best, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach Wendell Joseph from Miscellaneous Police FC. Gentlemen, a lot of changes in the squad this time around.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes within the squad. No Jabari Mitchell, which I think is a big loss for Police FC. However, they've got a full arsenal to choose from. Simply Jovan Jones and Alvin Jones will be counting on to do well here for Police FC. It will be a keen encounter an important encounter for Police FC.
Gordon, what do you make of this squad?
Yeah, it's a very interesting squad. You got Bailey and Nanton playing in the midfield there. Bailey, he brings a sense of defensiveness. He's going to be enforcing in the midfield. You got Cummins, who's going to be floating around looking for those pockets to play. But on the opposite side, they got to compete against Goddard and Sadu, who's going to be really going to be able to move that ball around. So it's going to be the battle of the midfield. But the team that put away their chances is the team that's going to get the result today.
A battle of the midfield and a battle of the forces right here at the Police Barracks St. James, the Ken Cook grounds in Trinidad and Tobago. TTPFL action. Miscellaneous Police FC take on Defense Force Elite when we come back.
Welcome back to the Police Barracks, where we get ready for the battle of the services. We got Police FC there up against the Defense Force Elites as we get ready for action here. We've got some important game here as the team gets ready to take the field. We've got the starting lineups for the two teams, as we see some of the fans just getting ready for the action as they take things here. I'm Gordon Pear. Together with me is Mr. Brent Sancho. Good evening, Brent.
Good afternoon, Gordon. Looking forward to this epic encounter that has a lot of history and rivalry surrounding it. It's, I want to think, one of the first times that these two teams are meeting here at the barracks for an occasion like this. Normally they play at either the Hasey Crawford Stadium right up the street at the PSA grounds. Just to name one or two fixtures where this battle has taken place before. But today they're at the Ken Cook grounds here in St. James. Is as intimate as you can get from a playing perspective. And of course, the two teams have a lot of star power to talk about, and a lot of players that have donned the national colors as well as part of this setup.
Yeah, definitely. When you look at the police team, they're led by Fonset, of course, national goalkeeper. Then they got Alvin Jones. The Americans will remember him. Then we've also got Joven Jones, as we see the third team on the pitch, led by that's Nicholas. Yeah, Nyron Nicholas. He's going to be the man in the center as the fans continue to get ready for the action here at the St. James Barracks.
It's a beautiful view of the pavilion here. It's TTPFL South Pavilion, situated here in the Ken Cook grounds. Of course, in the picture there, the substitutes for Police FC.
Anthony Wolf. He's still around. Remember, he's one of your teammates in the 2006 World Cup team. He will look to play an important role here today.
And young Jordan Riley, of course, played his SSFL at Presentation College. It's good to see Gordon, some of the young players that we would have seen in the SSFL making their advancement into the TTPFL.
As Nyron leads them out to the pitch. A slight applause rakes from the crowd as we get ready for one that really promises to be a cracker here. As they get ready to take the field, we've got the starting lineups for you.
Yeah, of course, both teams certainly have a lot to play for. It's very early in the season. Of course, it's a second game for both police, miscellaneous police, and Defence Force Elite. But when you play a derby game and a game of this magnitude, it's not just about points. It's also a lot of it is about pride, and a lot of it's about history. So despite the fact it's quite early in the season, there's still a lot to play for these young men from both teams.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I think they're quite ready. You know, when you look at these teams here, so we've got the official Nikolai Nyron. He's the man in the middle. Referee assistant number 1, Roshad H.D. Roshad, and Johan Cornell. And the fourth official, Joel Cox.
An experienced group of officials.
Yeah, we've got the starting lineups for you. In goal, we've got Jabari St-Hilaire. He'd be sporting number 80 jersey. Jamali Garcia, the captain. Isaiah Garcia, he's at right back. Goddard, Felix Sam, Garcia, Moore, Sadu, Justin Garcia, and Curtin St-Hilaire. That's the starting lineup for Defence Force Elite.
Well, Goddard will play that holding midfield role. Brent Sam will be the focal point. And of course, the twin towers in the back, Garcia by double.
Yeah, 3 Garcias, in fact 4 Garcias on this team, 2 related. That's Isaiah and Nathaniel Garcia. As we've got the Police FC, we have Fonset, he's in goal, Joven Jones, Gabriel Nanton, Bailey, Primus, Robert Primus that is, Alvin Jones, Karen Borpes Cummins, Christian Thomas, Elijah Belgrave, Willis Plaza, and round of the starting lineups is Alan. Wayne Joseph is the coach.
Well, you look at the formation, Willis Plaza, a man that is known around the league for putting the ball in the back of the net. He will be asked to do so today.
Yeah, well, goal scoring has been a problem for the police team. They came out with a 1-1 draw with the rebranded Canopia FC, Eagles FC. A lot of teams have been rebranded this season as we get the kickoff. Cummins, Bailey, as they go to the out wide to the wing back position. They bring it back across the back. Thomas. Cummins. Nanton. Cross.
Ball.
Nanton again. So Police starting on the attack here. It's a driving shot there by Thomas. So Police really coming out with a lot of fire here.
Well, a lot of the pre-game talk as we have a beautiful view of the Ken Cook grounds here in St. James. A lot of conversation coming into this game, Gordon, was about the tempo or lack thereof of tempo in the Police FC squad in their first game against Eagles FC. And the start, of course, not more than a minute gone, they're already showing a different side of them.
Yeah, they're definitely showing great attack. Primus with the clearance. Good take there by Joven Jones. Trying to thread the needle. Garcia wins. St-Hilaire. Samad unable to take it under control there. Brent.
Yeah, it was a driven ball into the feet of Brent Sam. He's very capable of being a focal point for defense force. He's a big unit, of course, known for his aerial threat, but also quite useful with the ball at his feet. Good start to the game so far.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams showing that they're up for the battle here. So it's Police just maintaining possession. Plaza able to maintain possession there. Cummins. Thomas. He's up against Garcia. Getting the better of Garcia there. Not able to get it across. So that's going to be a very interesting battle here. This one with Christian Thomas here using the wider area. As we see Rion Moore.
Yes,
They've been asking for him to give more, and he's been giving a lot more.
Well, certainly one of the key players in this afternoon's fixture. His ability to run at players at pace, and obviously his capability of scoring that wonder goal. Of course, one of those was against the USA a couple of weeks back. Yeah. What a strike by Moore in that game. But here comes defense force.
And it's Moore on the ball. He's one-on-one with Jones. Good defensive work there by Jones. Alvin, that is. Fonset able to come and claim. So Moore showing early signs of what we can expect. It's across the Primus. Robert Primus. World Cup pedigree player. He's played in 2 World Cups, 2 Youth World Cups. He's been unlucky, had a couple of injuries that more or less curtailed his senior development. Belgrave. Nanton, good touch.
Already we're seeing Nanton making a couple line-breaking runs coming through from the middle of the park. And he would be expected to do that because they don't want Willis Plaza to cut an isolated figure up front. Yeah. So the support of Nanton in particular is critical for this Police FC attack. That's a strong tackle there. A lot of afters in it.
Strong challenge.
I'm very sure there's going to be some sort of conversation.
That's Alvin Jones.
Yeah. And Gordon, when you take a look at this, it's a lot may say that he's gotten ball, but it's the afters. And you just can't do that in football anymore. He's a very, very lucky boy.
Yeah. Jelani Felix. He's definitely. But it's good to see that he's climbed back to his feet. That's Jelani Felix. And it's Justin Shugi Garcia. Delivers aim at St-Hilaire. Thomas able to win that battle. Isaiah Garcia. Sam. Cummins just clears it up the road, aimed at Plaza. Now it's Jamali Garcia. And he goes down there. So it's a bit sheepy earlier on here. The tackle's coming.
Yeah, just tried to nip in behind Jovan Jones. No love lost there.
Well, he was collecting from his brother a moment ago. Now he's giving it out to Jovan.
Well, you would expect that in this type of game, the Battle of the Armed Forces. These two teams are no strangers to each other. So I'm not surprised with the sort of challenges we are seeing as early as it is now.
St. Hilaire, he loves to run, and he's got a bit of real estate this time. It's just banged up field. A battle here. Alain, he seems to be a handful, Brent.
Yeah, he's, as you rightfully said, that battle between Alain and Garcia will be certainly interesting already, despite how early this game is. A lot of the police have come up there, left-hand side.
Well, it's Felix.
It's a good shot. That's another rough challenge there.
By Bailey. The referee's right on spot. So the armed forces showing no love lost between these two. Of course, there's a military saying, they say, after God is the army. But policemen came back and say, when something happens in your house, they say, oh God, call the police. So Nanton, Bailey, Belgrave. Just losing out there, Jovan that is. A bit thin in the goalkeeping department, not on the pitch, because Jabari St. Hilaire is a good replacement for Christopher Bigat, but there are two substitute goalkeepers. They are out through injury. That's for the defense force.
Yeah, that's not the type of situation you want to find yourself in, especially in a bruising encounter here.
And Plaza just knocking over Jamali Garcia. Of course, Jamali Garcia, the nephew of Sean Garcia. You would have remembered Sean Garcia.
Very well. Good, solid centre half. We have another look at this infringement by Plaza. Just a bit too much usage of the arm there by the forward. Certainly been a chirpy game so far.
The two midfielders for police clashing into each other. Goddard. Moore. He's up against Jones.
It's an interesting battle as well, two national teammates.
Yeah, it's a lot of subplots in this game here.
Yeah, and I do feel, Gordon, that this game will be decided in some of those subplots. One in particular, as we mentioned in the build-up of the game, is in the middle of the park, because there's a lot of competition as it relates to 1v1 battles that need to be won by either team for the success to come.
Definitely that midfield battle. We've not seen Goddard. You know, normally he seems to be that calming effect in the midfield. I think Nanton and Ball Press Cummins have definitely won the battle thus far. Let's primers, and you see how far back Cummins is coming for it. Belgrave. Big cross ball. Allen, can he keep it in play? He does. In a battle with Isaiah Garcia. But just that battle that we've been talking about is already beginning to materialize here. So Alvin Jones on screen there. Of course, he's going to be one of the keys to the match for the police team.
Yeah, he's playing in that right back position.
Ball across, Plaza. In fact, it's Jones who chose to pass to Plaza.
That was a chance.
He definitely was a chance. I think Plaza, Jones should have shoot, and then Plaza should have been ready for the shot.
Yeah, it's indecision there by the men in blue.
And
as we have another look at it here, Gordon, ball is played into the box. Mistake there by Jamali Garcia. Should have shot there, Jones, instead of pass. He's about at least 7 yards out. And you just feel that any shot, whether ricocheted or otherwise, may have found itself in the back of the net. He decided to pass to Plaza, and that chance went to begging.
Yeah, and he was on the half turn. He just had to swing his foot. Jamali Garcia. Goddard. He has more, wider. More. Floated across.
Well, it's not a bad idea, because when you look at the two players in yellow in your screens, both St. Hilaire and Sam, of course, as we look at the crowd really building up here. Yeah. Tell you what, Gordon, it's not the biggest of facilities at Ken Cook Ground, and I'm wondering, I'm seeing a lot streaming coming into this venue. You just wonder where they're going to fit.
Yeah. Well, there's some stands I see at the northern side, so probably they'll look to pack that out. But it's a good intimate feel. You know, this Ken Cook Ground, as Garcia Jamali, that is, the skipper. He finds the other half of his defensive pair, Justin Shuggy Garcia. Just as Coach Hudson Charles said, they're looking to play it out from the back. And Garcia looking for movement. Finds Goddard. In fact, that was the other Garcia, Nathaniel, who lead it down for Goddard. Brent Sam, he has 2 for company. Justin Garcia now trying to find more up against. He wins the battle. Oh, he wins the battle, but not the war. The referee assistant flag was up, so he had straight into an offside position.
Yeah, and I thought Rian Moore did go a bit early there. Sometimes attackers do jump the gun a bit. I think with Rian Moore's pace, he just needs to be a bit more patient. He does have the beating of Alvin Jones when it comes to pace. Of course, that situation there, Alvin Jones was able to stand him up and win the football. But I think if he's a bit more patient, he will get behind him with pace. I think it's when he faces him 1v1, that's when he has to be switched on, because Alvin Jones is quite competent in that department.
Yeah. Alvin definitely has come on and leaped some bounds in the last year and a half. He's definitely been one of the defenders of note for the national team. Strong challenge there by Bailey on Garcia. That's Nathaniel Garcia. Referee Nyron doing some verbal remonstrating to Bailey.
Well, Bailey is expected to shield that back four that has Primus in it. Yeah, and his job is really to not allow players to, of course, occupy the pockets right in front of the police back four and tread balls to the likes of Sam and Moore and St. Hilaire. So it's important that he's forceful in what he does. And certainly we've seen that so far in the start. He's right behind Garcia, and there he is again. That's a good job by Bailey.
Yeah, he's an underrated player, really. You know, I had him a couple years ago, and he was awesome playing as a center half. You know, he can get ugly. He also has a good passing range. So I think he fits in perfectly as the defensive shield for the police midfield. But it's Belgrave. Robert Cummins coming deep for it. Aimed at Plaza. Goddard. St. Hilaire, it's going to be very, very important here. Yeah, Robert Primus there. He got to use the hands there. St. Hilaire is lightning fast.
Yeah, and I thought he misjudged it, Primus, although he's arguing that St. Hilaire went down quite easily. As we have another look here, once he made that touch there, Primus was in trouble, and he used his arms to make sure that he stopped St. Hilaire's progress. I thought he got under the ball, Primus, and didn't time it. Yeah, really probably should have dealt with it in the first bounce. He allowed it to bounce, and then that was it. St. Hilaire was behind him, as you rightfully said. He's a player with lightning pace.
Well, this is a Nathaniel Garcia range, and he can't hit the ball. Only 2 men in the wall. This is going to be interesting. Drives it through the wall, deflection, so it's going to be a corner. Oh, it's a goal kick. So Fonset looking to get the restart going. Primus. Bailey. Belgrave going back to Primus. So looking to be quite patient here, the Police FC early on. I think both teams just are paying each other respect like heavyweight boxers. They filled out each other, they've felt the early blows, and now they're just looking to settle to see who's going to really get dominance in the game. More.
It's going to be dangerous. This is where it's got to hit the target, Gordon. He's got to hit the target. If there's one argument that you could put up against his name, despite all the talent that he has, he's not consistent at executing in the final third. And that's a prime example. Dips his shoulder, gets in with a bit of pace. Got to settle there and try to work for set. Instead, he went for power and blasted it over the bar straight into the police tennis course, which is situated right behind us. An opportunity for more, really. A player of his standard should be doing better.
Yeah, he definitely should be hitting the target from there. You know, he did all the hard work, blew past 2 players. Anton there just screening that one out. It's going to be a throw, Christian Thomas. Alain goes down easily there. He sold it to the referee. The referee bought it wholesale. Caledonia coach Jerry Moore would say 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But it's going to be Nanton. He got a very intelligent left boot. He's curled into the area. He's headed on. And it's into the back of the net. Reacting first was Jervin Jones. In fact, it's Christian Thomas who reacted first. So it was floated into the area by Nanton. First to react was Christian Thomas.
Yeah, it's a good ball into the box by Nanton. Like Thomas with the outstretched leg. With a batter.
It's Allen.
It's actually Allen, number 30. 35, who got there, Kwesi Allen, before everyone else. And he calls his team over to celebrate. Police gets first bite as Coach Wendell Joseph, the happiest man alive for that one. So good start for Police FC. Maybe St. Hilaire could have done better there in that instance, but you got to credit Kwesi Allen. He was first on the scene and made sure that he gave Police that lead. 1-0 to Police FC.
So it's all to play for here. Police leading 1-0. Jones looking to get Allen going. That one going out for a corner here.
Yeah, there's a lot of remonstration on the bench, the defense force bench, and complaining that Garcia was pushed in the process.
2 complaints. They're saying that the ball went out first, and then there's a push as well.
I thought,
in the end, though, that battle that we said earlier on
is heating up
between Allen and Isaiah Garcia. Thus far, Garcia, he leads that battle. It's going to be Jones, Alvin, that is. He's going to be taking this corner, left-sided corner with the right boot. It's going to be culling in. Floated across. Able to get on the end of it was Elijah Chocolate Belgrave.
From a neutral perspective, Gordon, you would suggest that this game needed a goal, and whether either side score now, it does certainly going to ask questions of defense force. Are they now going to come out and attack? It has been keenly contested so far. It's just lacking that bit of quality.
Yeah, I think the goal came at the opportune time for the neutrals, for the fans, as they continue to pack the barracks ground here. As you see them continue to pack in, it's going to be a throw-in. Isaiah Garcia is going to take it. He has a bit of a long throw, so he's going to be trying to get it into the box. It's thrown in. Ball not cleared. Finally, it's headed clear. Good defensive header. With a football tennis here. No team putting the ball down and knocking it around. Daniel Garcia here, going to work. Strong challenge here by Cummins, and he's going to get the first yellow card. So Kieran Cummins picking up the first yellow card here.
I'm sure if you asked anyone before this game who would get the first yellow card, he'd probably be the last name you would mention. But here he is in the box. It was only a challenge. don't think it was malicious, Gordon. I do think it was high, however. Let's have another look at it here. That left boot just coming up in the mid-region of Nathaniel Garcia.
Yeah, no malice, really.
Yeah, no malice in it, but certainly one that was notable enough for a booking. That's a good ball.
Punching it clear was Fonset. Jones. Joving, that is. Cummins. Cummins floating it in. As we get confirmation of the card, Karen Cummins, number 17, he picks up the first yellow of the match. It was a beautiful delivery there by Cummins. Floated in. Plaza just unable to head it down. No call by the referee. A delayed call thereby.
Yeah, he was late. He did get a bit there of Jamali Garcia. This game has been played at a relentless pace as Plaza is disappointed with that call, but it was the right call.
He just clears it up into the air. It's been played at a frenetic pace. I think both teams would think that they would want to just put that ball down on the ground with a cross. Just out of reach.
It's got to be in there, Gordon. Put Rian Moore and Brent Sam caught on their heels a bit. Good delivery there by Hilaire. And this is some of the fouls that we've seen throughout the game. It's a game that certainly had no love lost to it. Played at not only just a frantic pace, but some really tough challenges. And the referee, it's amazing that so far we've seen only one yellow card. And both of the surface teams are certainly...
The ball is played into Sam. He loses out. Cummins looking for movement. Plaza. Nanton. A bit of a hint of a handball. No call by the referee. So it's 8 fouls and a yellow card. So it's been played at a frenetic pace. So what do you expect, though, from this kind of derby?
It is. It's a lot at stake, as I said before. Still very early. This is a lot of room given. It's a poor execution there by Sadu. I think he was caught in two minds there.
You know, Brent, I saw them in training on Friday. They were really looking sharp.
Yeah,
they were scoring.
I think the game is certainly lack quality. The quality we would have expected to see, but it's not been short of tackles and fouls and rough play and tenacity throughout. And the effort is certainly there for both teams. But at some point in time, quality will have to shine through, because I don't think 1-0 is enough to win this football game.
No, I think being a predictor of scores, I think this has about 3 more goals in it. You decide which side it's going to score. Allen has been good. Thrown forward. Sintila, he's going to get there. Coming across was
well, I'm listening to both benches that are next to us, and every single ball that's won, throw in, free kick, they're cheering it on. And it just tells you the sort of importance that is placed on this game.
It's thrown into the box. Jones, Jovin. Got 2 for company here. He goes over. Another foul. I think he just bailed himself out there, though, Jovin. Wasn't too much in that tackle.
To have another look, Jovin Jones there. It's Garcia taking out his right foot.
Thomas. Plaza. Daniel Garcia putting it wider to Felix. Jelani Felix trying to get more going. But Alvin Jones able to win it. Then he goes down. Yes, that's a correct call. He went down and handled the ball.
Well, Alvin Jones was looking for an infringement.
He went down too easily there for me.
Yeah. I think once Moore made the challenge, 9 times out of 10 you do get a free kick. But referee is right on spot, and he would know of how much force was placed on Alvin Jones. So you have to give him the benefit of the doubt. If you look at Coach Wendell Joseph, he's going crazy on the sidelines here.
It's Sadu who's going to deliver this one. It's into the area.
Yeah. Well, it's a good ball, back post.
Jovin Jones showing his quality there. Bailey, Cummins, Jones. The experience of this police team and quality beginning to come to the fore here. You asked for quality, Brent. You're beginning to see it here now.
Yeah, and it's around this point in time expected teams to settle. It's a good ball over the top. May not be able to get there. May make it difficult for Garcia. That's naughty.
Just a bit overhit there. That's Allen. He's been a handful.
Yeah, I think what we've seen from police so far is their willingness to compete for everything. That's on offer in today's game. And both teams certainly understand the value of this fixture. But I think when you look at the Police FC approach so far, they're coming out there to make sure that this is not by any stretch of the imagination an easy game for the men in yellow. They've had to battle, Gordo, really.
Yeah, they've got to battle every ball. Garcia trying to get more going. Rian Moore.
It's not had his way against Alvin, has he?
No,
that's well defended.
It's been a good battle.
Yeah.
He's showing his quality there. That's going to be one of the keys to the game.
Yeah, it's a good ball over the top. Rian Moore trying to take on Alvin Jones, and Alvin got in there and won the football. It's good defending, stood his ground, sent his man back, and took the opportunity when presented to pick the ball off of him.
Fonset. Plaza flicking it on. Allen up against. I see Garcia again. He wins that battle. Allen, he's been a handful really down this left-hand side.
Yeah, and I think Garcia's allowing the ball to bounce and allowing Allen to dictate to him. He needs to try and get in front of him. Here it is again. He has to be careful. He's holding it up.
Godard finds more. More looking to find
Excellent
Sam.
ball.
Up against.
Brilliant, well done.
And some good work there by Fonset. I'm not sure the coach would have been too comfortable with that play.
Well, he wasn't happy when he did it.
But his defense force. Godard. Garcia.
Yeah, it's going to be one there by Thomas. Need a little bit more air in it.
Yeah, Allen, he's worked his socks off.
Well, I was just about to say, Gordon, they've really put in a shift so far, Police FC, and you wonder if they could sustain this, not just for this half, but throughout the game, because it will take this sort of energy to get a result against this defense force team. I just wonder if they have the capability of doing that.
Garcia. That's Nathaniel to Justin Garcia. Back to Nathaniel. Isaiah Garcia. To Jamali Garcia. It's a Garcia affair as Justin picks it up. Felix. Jamali. Isaiah. So defense force able to string some passes together here. Sadu.
It's a good first time ball.
City there. Sam. And it's cleared out there by Primus.
It's like a lead tackle there by Allen. It's not the first time both players have gotten in each other's way.
Yeah, definitely. But as a defender, I always say the midfielder have to come out crying there.
Yeah, well, he came in and Allen was just a bit late, leaving a bit of an impression on the right leg of Isaiah Garcia.
Scintilla. Nanton comes across and puts it out. So Isaiah Garcia, one of the young upcoming defenders in the league, came from point 14. Well, headed across. Jones. Goddard. Sadu. Jelani Felix. Goddard. Sadu. Is he onside? More. Across, oh, into the back of the net. Brent Sam. What a play. It was a brilliant build-up, patient build-up by the defense force, delivered in by Moore and headed home by Brent Sam.
Textbook defense force play. Good passage of play for the Army, the boys from Tetron. Good build-up, Sadu. Good deception, plays it out wide there for Rian Moore. Finds his strike partner, Sam, pulling off for Primus. And when you give Sam that sort of room, Gordon, it's only one end result. Extremely talented in the air, hammers it home. Still had a lot of work to do when Moore picked it up. It was a good delivery, but Sam had to generate the power. And he did that. It flew by Fonset in goal. 1-1, we have a contest.
Thumping header there to equalize in the 33rd minute. So it's all squared here at the Cook's Ground in the barracks. Sadu winning the ball there from Jones. Then an errant pass. Bailey. Scintilla. Scintilla looking to go for a run. Moore. He's up against Jones.
Tell you what, for a second there, Gordon, I thought he was going to try to shoot after he created a yard of space.
Karen ball press Cummins there with. As
look at his stats here, it's been quite even contest. 54% possession for Miscellaneous Police and 46 for Defense Force Elite. Pass completion is on the lower side for both teams, 60 for Miscellaneous Police and 56 for Defense Force Elite. It's been a scrappy affair.
yeah, it's
The lack of fluidity, a lot of it is down to the stop-starter nature of it because of the fouls that we've had and stoppages, but it hasn't been short of entertainment. In fact, we have 2 goals to show for that.
yeah, very entertaining contest. As we have Allen here. Fires it across. Jabari Scintilla. He's in goal because, of course, Christopher Biggett. He's out injured. Not the best of deliveries upfield. Goes all the way through to the police goalkeeper. Cummins. Primus. Belgrave. Belgrave have been a human serviceman for the police team. After he left Rangers, St. Anne's Rangers over the time, he came to police.
Yeah. And again, this time it's Thomas trying to get him. Yeah. So you look at when they'll be there. At what he saw.
Battle and these
to Gordon and come sure that that snuffed out very early. First time not covering the back.
he just puts back, so you quick. Daniel.
Wasn't not
Felix. Stay down unless it's
did ball. Yeah, very high. And I tell you what, it's want to be in. You look at Bailey and the right tie. Just would have
up though. When you see the player able to walk off. Robert Primus Jr. has been marshal in this defense. Came to the pull from on transfer. AC Porter from the last just fell short. The now and wrong has dropped off high press.
And now
starts. Are we able to win out? Then he loses out. Nanton pretty much just booting it upfield. Garcia.
That's well done by Plaza. It's good work.
One thing Justin Garcia should know is that Plaza is going to be, he's
Yeah.
a tackling type of a forward.
That's what we call a defensive forward in football.
He normally gets the first tackle in. It's Plaza. Nathaniel Garcia. Raking ball.
It's going to be close. He's going to have to get there. Oh, that's well defended. I tell you what, Gordon, I'm quite sure that Christian Thomas felt the pressure by St. Hilaire. And he did probably the most awkward clearance you would ever see in football, which is a low stooping header while running at pace. And so, another look at it here. Yeah. He did very well to control that header and make sure that it was nestled back into the hands of other. It's got to hit the target again. Got the yard a space or so, ball played to him, and he went for power again. Just really needed him to place it.
On his weaker left foot as well. And it's just what you said earlier in the first half, that if it's one argument you have against him, is that his
execution and the final third. He puts himself in the positions, Gordon, and he really should be scoring a lot more.
He gets a number of opportunities.
Yeah.
His conversion rate, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
His conversion rate should be a lot higher.
You're correct. Very correct in what you're saying. And I take nothing away from the ability that he has, because he does get himself into those situations. but when you expect him to score, he doesn't. And at the top level of football, you have to score consistently. That's why they pay the big bucks to strikers.
Well, it's the police team here. Bit of a scrappy passage of play there. Look more like you're playing a football tennis on the beach than a TTPFL game. Headed down. Nathaniel Garcia.
It's done well.
More.
That's better. That's much better.
And
I prefer that, Gordon, because that gave Fonset something to think about.
Yeah,
and it also gave Jones, the defender, something to think about. He collects the ball out wide, and instead of trying to drive or shimmy, it goes direct. And sometimes when a striker mixes up his game, it makes him a lot more potent. Good play there by Rian Moore.
It's going to be a corner. Sadu to take it. Floated in. Saint-Hilaire. Still Saint-Hilaire. He's into the area. Good save by Fonset. Looking for movement. Nanton.
It's well defended.
Garcia aimed at Sam. They just were not on the same page.
See another look here at Saint-Hilaire. Gets past his man. It's not a bad effort. And shooting. Probably need a little bit more power to beat Fonset.
See movement on the police bench. Frentis. Kareem Frentis. Looking to come on. Oh. Plaza. Goddard. No call by the referee. Cummins. Just cleared away there by Garcia. Justin, that is. Shuggy taking no prisoners. Yeah, so it's Frentis for Plaza. So it's like for like. He's been the leading goal scorer for the police team for a number of seasons. Frentis. He's been put in on the bench, but a good player to bring on at this stage. Bustling forward. Well played forward. Good defensive duties there by Robert Primus. And Saint-Hilaire just taking his time.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised because they are up by 2-1, and it really will be all about game management from a defense force perspective. They don't want to give away anything silly back there, and certainly don't want to give defense force any police, sorry.
And they're able to organize here, switching sides beautifully.
This is where he's dangerous.
When he got out of the room.
Yeah.
Sadu. Just cleared out.
It's well done by Garcia, making sure that pressure is kept on this police back line.
Really, just clearing it out. So Simeon Bailey, he's worked his socks off. His boots actually coming off in the battle. Sadu.
This is where he's dangerous.
Saint-Hilaire. Goddard. So maintaining good possession now and applying lots of pressure here, the defense force. You asked a question earlier, can police maintain the energy levels that they started the game with? And you're seeing the result of it. You said it would not only affect them in the first half, but in the second.
Yeah, it certainly is. And they've really struggled to find a real grip on this game. I think Defence Force is sensing that.
Yeah,
I think they would think that one goal for them, Defence Force, and that might be lights out for Police. The next goal, Gordon, is all important. Because you do feel if Police score a goal here and equalise, it could be, oh, that's trouble. Tell you what.
If he touched there by Chocolate.
I was worried for him.
Elijah Belgrave. Caught in possession here. Primus. Nanton. Well, we want to apologize for the viewers.
Just want to apologize to the viewers for the technical difficulties that we are currently experiencing.
Felix. The offside flag has gone up. So he's just been straying in an offside position. As we see on the far side, Denzel Table, Bleeder, Cornell Glenn as well. In fact, that's a...
Kendall Jack Deosing.
Yeah, a number of former national players on the far side.
That's certainly the fixture of the round. It's Defence Force versus Miscellaneous Police.
Well, arguably the fixture of the round.
Yeah.
AC Port of Spain and Rangers will have something to say about that when they meet the Defence Force.
Certainly drawn a lot of interest, and rightfully so. There's a cadre of national senior team players on show, and even players that are aspiring to get onto the national team. An all-important fixture against Canada in March. Certainly in the minds of a lot of these young fellas. And trying to find their way into that Angus Eve final roster.
Yeah, a number of the TTPFL players have made that step up. Our leading goal scorer, Nathaniel James, he found himself getting 2 match winners in the Nation League ties. And also getting a match winner was Justin Sugi Garcia.
Yeah, that's a good advert for this league.
Yeah.
Seeing that players have been able to step up as we have another look at that infringement by Garcia. Very well in knowing what he wanted to do. You know, if allowing Jovin Jones that real estate in behind him may have posed some sort of problem. And you'd have to suggest as well, Gordon, the likes of Alvin Jones and Jovin Jones as well. Players that are wanting to be part of it. As we look at St. Hilaire, we see them from some treatment, and as you mentioned, Gordon, it will be very worrisome because
Defence Force have no
on the roster
on the there's no
none,
keeper,
no substitute goalkeeper. Well, in some of the earlier fixtures played today, FC Eagles, formerly known as Conopia, went down to Prison Services 2-1. Goals by Ricardo Williams and Ricardo John, scoring a double in the 28th minute and the 60th minute. He scored a penalty. So Prisons, a team that
they're on top of the league.
Right.
They finished the league pretty poorly in their first run, but they've started well.
In this second carnation, and that's a credit to them.
Yeah, definitely. They've made some good additions as well. A lot of players have gone across there. But this is going to be very, very worrisome here because the Defence Force have no keeper carded on the bench. Hasim Asia, he plays some good basketball. Yeah, some of the beautiful fans in the stands. Of course,
well entertained as well.
They seem quite happy.
And it's an atmosphere where, as you mentioned, Gordon, fans are right on top of the action here. at the Ken Cook grounds. Too much on top for my liking, I would say that. I do worry because
Sometimes.
look at the fans on the far side that's sitting on that stone wall that's there. That is approximately 3 or so yards away from the touchline, which I think can be dangerous. And as you can see here,
Jr. Russ Russell Jr. there. Mastermind Jamal as well. Akila Morris, formerly of the Defence Force football team, he's also there. So all the who's here. Brent, you here, so therefore...
I'm certainly not a who, or who's who. But I'm quite happy to see a game played in this this ground here in Port of Spain.
And a nice young crowd as well. You know, a good mixture. You're seeing the experience, you're seeing the youth. They always say your product is good when you got the youths coming. And I saw a couple of nutsmen. So they say when the nutsman in the dance, things nice.
Things nice. As we see some of the fans populating the stands right behind the northern goal.
Another good addition.
Is that the VIP section? Is that where the drinks and food is served?
Well, I'm seeing Skem there. You see Skem at the... that's Cedil McLean, player, an artist. Pentive look by keeper and captain Fonset.
Well, he hasn't had much to do other than pick the ball out of his net. And from a goalkeeping perspective, you do not like those sorts of situations. 2 pinpoint accurate headers by Brent Sam has had a major impact on the scoreline. As we have a look at the stats so far, 49% possession for Miscellaneous Police and 51 for Defence Force Elite. 60 pass completion and 58 for Defence Force Elite. As I said, a game that's been very scrappy and a lot of stop-start and physical play and lacked genuine quality. Well, certainly genuine, consistent quality. We've had flashes of it.
Well, you got 2 classic finishes, really, from Brent Sam. I think those 2 would go down anywhere as quality finishes. Ball put up by the winger and 2 commanding headers. But it's Joven Jones looking to work some magic of his own.
That's well defended.
More. Nathaniel Garcia with some space and time. He's looking for movement.
So yeah. And the Police FC defense should consider themselves lucky because they started to move high and push up when Garcia had time and space. That's a dangerous recipe, really. That's when you drop off. They're lucky they didn't connect.
Is that Coach Brento? Oh,
it's a good shot. Just went wide.
Garcia, Isaiah, Sam.
Yeah, that's poor. Should need to hold on to it.
And then Allen just repaying his sport touch, Sam's sport touch with one of his own. So if you're just joining us, you're watching the TTPFL game, Defence Force versus Police. Police, they find themselves down 2-1 versus Defence Force. And he's going to find himself in the referee's book.
Yeah, and
that's
Bailey is down from that infringement.
A tackle by Sam. So Sam finds himself in the referee's book, not for the good reason. He's not too pleased about that.
No, he isn't, and he felt that it wasn't a foul. But when you look at the position of the official, Nairo Nikolai, it's very difficult to disagree with him. He's on top of it.
Belgrave floated in. Good defensive header. Bailey. Allen.
It's well defended again.
And it's the same stop-start we've been talking about from since this game has started. You're not getting that nice flowing football.
And I tell you what, Gordon, if Police FC want to get back in this game, they have to play the flowing football. Defence forces will want to break things up as much as possible, as opposed to put across the box. That's good skill by Jones.
Good skill by Jones. Then the final touch. Belgrave. Nanton.
It's a
More. Sam. Just out of the reach of Sam.
as I was saying, Gordon, Police will have to dominate this game with quality. And as you rightfully mentioned, no team has been able to find fluidity. But if they don't, I fear that this result will escape them. That's Police FC. They have the players there, certainly with the quality to show it, but they've not been able to do it consistently, as we see Goddard seeking treatment. But I think the way back into this football game for Police is the likes of Nanton and Jovan Jones and Karen Ballpress Cummins to really take a stranglehold in the middle of the park.
Yes.
They have to be brave.
They definitely have disappeared, as we see the Army players. Let me don't call them the Army, the Defense Force Elites, rebranded.
So have another look at Goddard's problem.
Self-inflicted, really. He headed the ball out and he went down with a bit of a head injury, probably landed
Awkwardly. He's an important clog to this Defense Force Elite team. And certainly, I'm sure they cannot afford to lose him. And also this man in the picture, there's only one of him. Because Defense Force roster that's been handed in for this fixture does not have a substitute goalkeeper. So, certainly tempting fate, Gordon.
I found it very, very interesting when I saw the team sheet without substitute goalkeeper. Hasim Asia plays a very good basketball. Normally, footballers who play basketball can't go in the post. But
question is if he wants to go in the post.
Ball played through. And Cynthia comes and just takes his time with it. Action on the Police bench. As we see, yes, I'm going to call a name. You're going to think twice about it. Anthony Wolf, he's up and warming up. So he seems like he's going to be next man up. And together with the veteran comes Jordan Riley as well. Felix taking his time to retrieve the ball. No great hurry. He has a bit of a long throw in him. Showed long. Then headed clear. So Sam, his 2 goals, the difference in this game. Allen, Jovan Jones, Nanton.
That's a good proving ball.
Belgrave back to Primus. Belgrave. Allen.
Yeah, that's better. Poor pass though.
Commentator's curse. Saint Hilaire with the room. This is going to be very, very dangerous. He's trying to go past.
That's well defended.
Good defending there. Experienced defending there by Robert Primus. As we see, so it's Wolf who's going to come on for Nanton and Riley for Cummins. So
well, they're going for it, throwing numbers forward.
Yeah. Anthony Wolf, the World Cup veteran, he jogs on. And with the more experience comes Riley. Jordan Riley takes the place of Karen Ballpress Cummins. So it's more, again, more like for like. You'll think that Anthony Wolf just a bit more attacking than Nanton, but he played defense as well on occasions.
I'm looking at their setup and they're almost playing a 4-1-2-3. They've asked Wolf to lead the front line, and the likes of Jones and Freitas have playing right behind him. So it's a very attacking change by Coach Wendell Joseph. Now Bailey's asked to do most of the work in the middle of the park.
And defense force looking to respond with changes of their own. I'm seeing Koriat is looking to come on, as well as Kyle Thomas. According to who they sacrifice for, you'll know the intent of the Defence Force team. Primus to take a throw, but he leaves it for Christian Thomas.
They have to somehow find a way, Police FC, to get back to the tempo that they played at in the first 15 minutes or so.
Strong challenge there by Sado.
He's had a good game today.
Yeah.
Justin Sado in the middle of the park for Defence Force.
So it's going to be 13. That's his last play of the game. So
He's done well.
yeah, he had a good shift. So Sado comes off, and on comes Rivaldo Coryat. And Kyle Thomas looks to make it his way on. And it's Sam for Thomas. So Sam's shift is over as well.
Yeah, and it looks like Rian Moore would now pick up the role that Brent Sam has vacated. Really looks like Defence Force is looking to shut up shop here,
Yeah,
Gordon.
definitely. It's looking,
That's good goalkeeping.
he came just in time. So Riley has come on with some energy. And he just kicked it out. Alvin Jones with the throw-in. Riley. Good work by Jones.
That's late.
Strong challenge.
That's very, very late.
Let's look at the color. Let's look at the color. So Goddard finds himself in the referee's book.
Yeah, he got there late. Jovan Jones nipped just in front of him. I'm very sure.
He's lucky to get a yellow as well.
Well, I'm sure that the bench that's close to us here, the Police FC bench, would say, well, he should have gotten one in the first half and this would have been in second. But he lives on, but he has to walk a tightrope, that's for sure. That's a good delivery. It's too much on it.
Allen.
It's confirmation of that yellow card. Goddard of Defence Force.
And confirmation of the substitutions. Coryat in, Thomas in, leaving Sado and Sam. Well headed on. It's cleared out. Isaiah Garcia here, stay down. Kept everyone on side.
He's been to the battles, Garcia. Certainly a lot of it was up against Allen.
Yeah, Allen definitely tested his mettle. He was weighed, tested.
Just feel, Gordon, that as this game ticks along, Police FC have to find a way to exert themselves on the Defence Force. It's been a little bit too easy for the men from Tetron. They've been able to play within themselves, and they've not really been extended. Certainly, Police want to be expansive, but they've not been able to do that. And in moments, they've also tried to go direct, and I don't think that has necessarily worked for them as well. So then you have to look at what's left in their arsenal. I would suggest that that middle of the park, where the quality is, really is, they have to try and find a way, particularly through Jovan Jones.
Yeah, I think after the first 15, 20 minutes, the Police team definitely, they started to walk the football. The pace definitely went down. You saw Karen Ballpress coming for the ball way into the defensive third, and just trying to make that expansive pass, which was easily handled by the defense over the Defence Force. Good one-time shot there by Riley, but easily handled by Sinclair.
Well, they've got a good 1v1 player in Riley, and up to now he's been on the pitch 10+ minutes or so. They have not found him in those sorts of situations, Gordon, and I think that's the problem. They've gone for this lofted pass into the box. That's a handball. I tell you what. If that is taking one for your team, that's a good one for taking to your team, because I believe that pass by Wolf would have found the pathway of Freitas, and he would have been in on goal. Nevertheless, it's in Alvin Jones territory, so yeah, obviously have another look at it. It's a good play. Clearly, Justin Garcia found it necessary to make sure that he stopped the ball with his hand from going any further.
And on the replay, with the deliberate handball.
Was a good decision. How good? I think this free kick is the one going to decide, because there is certainly a lot of quality behind this ball. Jovin Jones with that left foot, and Alvin Jones with the hammer of that right foot. And if you don't believe me, ask the Americans.
I'm going to go for Alvin to hit this one. Since Jovin Jones, as the left footer, would have the better angles. But from that distance, we don't think about angles.
No, you can go with power,
Yeah.
and I agree with you. And if Alvin Jones is to connect in the way that we know that he can, I don't think that man there in your frame would have much of a chance if it passes the wall. Tense moments here for Defence Force. A lot of their players are gathering and hovering.
I'm not satisfied with that wall. The angle I'm seeing that wall at, Alvin Jones could run and hit that straight past that wall.
Yeah, well, he's left it for his brother, Jovin Jones, so clearly he's going to go with a bit of finesse. It's close for it. Oh, I tell you what. Went through the wall. They're lucky because the deflection, as we have confirmation of that yellow card for Justin Garcia.
Jones barely able to get his head out it, but not able to control it.
Yeah. Was an opportunity. Difficult one. He was always falling backwards. So not only couldn't generate power, couldn't generate direction as well. And of course the ball went over the bar. And, this game now is starting to get into the tense time-wise.
Yeah.
He's got to move away from the ball, Garcia. He's going to get booked if he continues to do this.
And he's already been booked.
Yeah. He is walking a very, very tight rope. And he needs to be smarter.
He's going down to 10 men.
Yeah, because he should move away from it. And I think that's about as much patience that the referee will put into this one. I would move him away from this kick, Gordon. And I'd let someone else.
Good, strong defensive header. Jones.
It's a good touch
Riley.
inside. It's well defended. Excellent defense.
Coriat. Good defensive work there by Belgrave. Front set.
Well, it's all police now.
Yeah, they definitely come to life in the last 3 or so minutes.
Question is, can they utilize this pressure to get something out of it? There you have it. It's a SportsMax moment. And it's Rian Moore who clips one into Brent Sam, who's hanging out back post. And gets it past the hapless front set and goal. And that was your SportsMax moment. Probably the decisive moment in this game.
See onside.
Now he's off. I think, Gordon, when police look back at that, they would be disappointed.
Definitely. It's a carbon copy of the first goal.
Yeah. They keep these long balls forward just hasn't worked. Because both Justin and Jamali Garcia, that's textbook stuff for them, really. They enjoy that battle.
Yeah, definitely. That long ball is punted forward. Remember, you could follow all the action on SportsMax. You could download the app. So the fouls, even at 13-13. I think it's one of the many stats that are very close in this game. It's a very close one. Not only in the 2-1 scoreline, but also in all the stats: possession, pass completion, and fouls.
He's got an all ball there, and defense force is certainly not happy. But Wolf showing his experience.
Anthony Wolf is solid there. Look at him. A bit of a grimace or a smile.
Yeah, I think once you have shown that studs, you always leave yourself open for a free kick.
Got all ball, but he definitely was showing the studs. Stamping motion as well.
Yeah.
Goddard.
I just wonder, Gordon, is Alvin Jones going to try one from here?
Well, he should, but then from this distance, they also got a chocolate, Elijah Belgrave, who can hit the ball from this distance.
Yeah, and that's certainly not 10 yards. I'm very sure that wall needs to go back some more.
The ball into the wall.
Yeah, because it's you'd have to question whether or not it was 10 yards. It's good skill by Jovan Jones.
He's been good in spurts. When he's on the ball, he's definitely showed his quality. But you'll have to think that he wasn't on the ball often enough.
That's a lead challenge again by Felix. And if both benches are arguing every call, not sure why, it is the correct call. There's a lot of players are leaving what we call it football afters. Another look at it here. Certainly Riley was first straight here, and once he passes it, look at it afterwards. And that is a foul.
Definitely.
I'm sure if you talk to both coaches, they would say no. They just want to win and go home.
Jones.
Now bad ball, floated back post. Got to head it back across. The offside flag is up.
So just straying onto the offside position was Belgrave.
They've got to find something from somewhere, police.
Just over 5 minutes left in a regulation time. They'll have to find some kind of motivation.
I think they need to find some sort of quality. They've not been able to string together the passes that is necessary to unlock this defense force back line. And that's what it needs. They keep trying to go direct, and I don't think that is the way to break this defense force team down, because they're very capable of that. This is where they need to find the ball. That's well done. It's offside.
Yeah, just holding it up a moment too long there was
Garcia. Yeah, and I think the combination of Thomas maybe needed to curve his run a bit more. It's a straight run, which obviously meant that he was offside. Well, they're running out of time, Police FC.
I think they'll have to go back to the drawing board. They led against Eagles FC, and then Eagles FC able to come away with a point. Today, they scored first again against the defense force and conceded.
Well, they gave up 2 really soft goals. And soft from their perspective, good from a defense force perspective. You just can't allow more and Sam that sort of room to deliver. Oh, this could be trouble. Yeah, he was snatching at it. It was a difficult chance, really. It came to him quickly.
And he would have expected all the defenders in front of him to get something on it.
Yeah, it's a good delivery by Allen. Missed there first
by Garcia.
Garcia. Jamali Garcia. Ball comes in and Scooby, as his name, Freitas, just snatched at it. And it really was more of a reflective action than well, a reflection more than a timed one. And I think because of that, that's a good ball. Can he get onto it? He's going to do well.
Riley, at the far post. Allen there. He did everything right, but was unable to generate any real power.
Yeah.
Got up, headed it down.
Lacked a lot of conviction. Just didn't look like he was going to score. Needed a bag of confidence and conviction in what you're doing, and he didn't show it.
Belgrave, Primus, coming deep for it.
That's a foul.
Just look at it again. Ball floated up by Riley.
Yeah, and again, he just never really looked like he was going to score that. As you have another look at that foul, Jamali Garcia all over the veteran Anton Wolf, who's certainly come on and caused a spot of bother for this defense force back four.
As police look to make some substitutions. Moore comes on. That's Jaden Moore comes on. So Christian Thomas comes on, and Christian Thomas goes on.
Very sure that not many could say that.
Yes. So Christian Thomas comes off, and Christian Thomas goes on.
So police are making their substitutes as well.
Yeah. Coming on is Jaden Moore. Ball across.
That's it.
Belgrave! Elijah Chocolate Belgrave with the time winding down. The big defender arrived at the far post. The ball felt him, and he made no mistake, slapping it past Jabari St-Hilaire.
It was a good service by Jovan Jones. A lot of pace on it. Never dealt with it, defense force. And I just don't understand how Belgrave can have that much time to trap and shoot into the back of the defense force net in the 6-yard box. Poor defending overall by the men from Tetron. That's when he thought that they would have locked down this result. Gave away a disappointing goal, and really and truly, it's hard to say that police didn't deserve it. They certainly pushed and asked questions of defense force to a piece. Do we have another turn and twist to this one, Gordon?
Yes, definitely. Remember when the scores was at 1-0, I told you there were 2 more goals in it. You decide which side of the fence it would go to. Well, 2 more goals have come. It's been balanced, 2-2. But I still think that there possibly could be a winner, as Felix has gone down.
Yeah.
So 8 minutes would be added on, a minimum of 8 minutes.
I'm fine with that. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. It has been an entertaining affair.
Definitely.
I have said throughout this game that it has lacked genuine quality, as we have confirmation at 8 minutes that's about to be added on. But when we have a look at this equalizer for police, a good flighted ball. It wasn't dealt with in that situation, and then you have 2 yellow shirts both pointing at each other and no one picking up Belgrave, and he had the easiest of task of putting it into the back of the net.
How many times we've seen Elijah Belgrave
pop up and score important goals to Police FC.
Very important goals.
And this one, Gordon, could be one of top 3 for him, because I just think a loss for Police here would leave them on 1 point after 2 games, and with the type of roster that they have, that's not good reading.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, so those confirmation of the substitutions coming on. That's Jaden Moore.
And Thomas coming on.
Thomas coming off. And Christian Thomas going off. And Allen.
Well, it's been Well, there's been so many changes, Gordon. I'm trying to decipher
So
how are they lining up.
So defense was making 2 changes as well. Goddard comes off. The veteran Gonzalez goes on, and Roberts. So Curtis Gonzalez, he goes on, and they made 3 substitutions.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Like for like, yeah.
Yeah. It's only legs is the only difference. They brought in some energy here.
Yeah. That's a poor ball.
Cooper. Karat.
That's a
Press
good ball.
the needle.
Excellent. This could be dangerous. Should have done it first time. He was open, Cooper. And Rian Moore hesitated and had allowed the police backline to get back. It's trouble. It's got to shoot. I tell you what, that is stalwart defending there by Primus. Because he just felt when Roberts made that touch, Gordon, that he was in. And he is disappointed himself because that was a chance.
Yes, most definitely.
He should have shot.
Going down there is Jovan Jones. He's running socks off though, Brad.
Yeah, he's put in the work for Police FC.
3-time winner of the MLS.
No, certainly not just talking the talk, but walking the walk. He's led by example.
With the Seattle team. It's good to see your veterans, you know, they go out and they play professional, foreign professional, and then come back and finish their careers here. You did that for a stint.
Yeah.
Before you decided the early morning training wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't for me, especially the sunshine. As we have another look at it here, Juventus loses the ball. Look at Roberts, that touch there, he was in. Should have shot there, but give Primus credit, Gordon. He got back and got goal side. I just didn't allow Roberts that opportunity. That is top-notch defending. Oh, that's poor goalkeeping. I tell you what, he is a lucky boy, Sintele.
So the man of the match for me, had the score stayed at 2-1, it would have been Brent Sam. Rian Moore also put his hand up as a contender.
And we think if a goal scores here, that was a chance. That was a chance.
But I think Elijah Belgrave, he'd been solid at the back. And to get that equalizing goal.
And look at this opportunities. They just fumbles the ball. Give the big goalkeeper credit. He had the right mindset to get back and swat it away.
So I think it's between those 3 for me. Sam Moore for the defense force and what would be an equalizing goal.
I think it's hard to take it away from Sam. He scored 2 goals in this contest so far, and 2 very important goals that could have given his team the victory.
But I think Elijah Belgrave may just creeping there because of that game-saving equalizer. And he's been very solid at the back for the police team as well.
That's well defended.
Some good defending there by Garcia. Ball is into the area.
Tell you what.
He's not suspect to the bouncing ball.
Yeah, but it's difficult because balls are coming in at quite a ferocious pace.
More. As we have the confirmation of defense phone subs at the top of the screen. Sintele out, Robertson. And Gomez and Cooper in. And out, Goddard and Garcia, Nathaniel. Jones.
That's a good ball.
Thomas. Koryat. Bit of a poor touch. Yeah, definitely I think Brent Sam would start up as the man of the match. Ball floated across.
Yeah, it's a poor one.
So with time ticking down, all eyes on referee Naira Nikolai. Joven Jones.
That's a difficult one for him.
Garcia. Good defensive header by Jones.
It's well defended by Bailey. That's a foul. Well,
No
guess
foul.
not.
And Moore gets a yellow card. Has to be for something he said. Jaden Moore, the substitute. Cooper. Moore wins out though. Joven Jones. Able to get some room in the midfield. Ball threaded through. Curtis Gonzalez in a battle. He wins that war. Ball floated over the top. Fonset comes, claims, and that's the final whistle. At the final whistle in the battle over the Defense Force versus Police. The scores: Defense Force 2, Police 2. Starting the goal scoring for the Police team was Allen, Kwesi Allen. He got his team on the scorecard early on. Then it was all the Brent Sam show as he got 2 goals before the halftime whistle to have Defense Force up 2-1 leading into the halftime whistle interval. And then later on, with it looking like it was going to be a Defense Force victory, it was Big Elijah Chocolate Belgrave who arrived at the far post to put in Joven Jones' cross. And that was 2 goals apiece. And with 8 minutes of added on time played, still they were unable to separate these 2 teams. So the Messalinas Police team 2, Defense Force Elites 2. As the fans stream out of the Ken Cook Stadium here at the police barracks, we have some of the highlights. Nanton with this beautiful cross. First to react, Kwesi Allen. And that was 1-0 Police. Then it was Rion Moore. The flag stayed down. He delivered. And Brent Sam headed home. And almost a carbon copy. Moore to Sam. The result was the same. At that point, it was 2-1. And Defense Force in cruise control. Moore with his chance. It was Kirsten there. So at the end, so we have a look at the stats. We have a Police with 9 shots, Defense Force 7 shots on target. Police 7, Defense Force 3 fouls. Police 3, Police 13, sorry, Defense Force 15. Yellow cards, 2 to 3. No red cards in this one. Offsides, 2 to Defense Force. Corners, 3 to Police, none to Defense Force. Saves, 5 by the Defense Force Elite and 1 by the Police. But the most important stat in the red, it was Messalinas Police FC 2, Defense Force Elite 2. So we're going to throw down to Hans Evans, who has the man of the match.
Well, both goals for Defence Force Elite came from this man, Brent Sam. Congratulations to you. I mean, fed from Rion Moore. Do you feel like you and Rion have that kind of chemistry coming into this season?
Every season has been the same thing with me and Remo, you know. Basically, we understand each other enough where we find each other and time tough moments.
Exactly, and get the job done. Now, last season, 11 goals in 19 games. This time, just 2 games thus far, 3 goals already. Is your eye on the Golden Boot?
Always on the golden boot, you know. Been working hard pre-season, season after season, you know. This season, I want to take the golden boot.
Well, season after season, we celebrate you and we congratulate you for your win. Brent Sancho is with the coaches.
Coach, good start to the game. Went down early, was able to bring back and, of course, share the spoils. Your assessment of the game?
To be fair, I thought we started the game pretty well. We started the game fast. We were in control of the game. We took the lead. And unfortunately, some bad defensive mistakes caused us to go down by 2.
Well, I know in the first fixture against Eagles, you talked about the tempo of the game. You did see it for huge portions of this football game. Were you satisfied with the energy levels showed today by Police FC?
Yes, I was. The staff, as a staff, we were pretty much satisfied with the performance, with the energy, closing down when we didn't have the ball, because that was a big part of our game, first game, which contributed to us drawing. So we rectified that, and we were happy with the performance going forward.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best.
Thank you.
Well, I'm now joined by Coach Andrews. Coach, 2 points loss or 1 point gain? Your assessment?
Based on how we play in the second half, I had to say 1 point gain.
Well, when we looked at the game, Police FC started quite quickly. You then turned things around. The perfect combination with Moore and Sam. And, of course, the midfield battle, of course, went throughout the game. What do you think Defence Force dropped the 2 points?
Our energy level fell away and the forward passes were no longer incoming. So we were playing in a little square in the back, causing Police to keep us there till they eventually get the goal.
Thank you very much. All the best.
Well, thank you very much, Brent Sancho. We are getting ready for more matchups here on the Thursday Intercall action. It's the doubleheader. The girls are starting it off, Pleasantville Secondary going up against Miracle Ministries. And in terms of the boys, St. Anthony's College go up against Presentation College. A North-South Coca-Cola Intercall final at the Hasty Crawford Stadium. And on Friday, we head south to the Manny Ram John Stadium as we get ready for Tiger Tanks Club Sando going up against Eagles FC. Well, final score here at the Ken Cook Grounds in St. James, Trinidad and Tobago. Miscellaneous Police 2, Defence Force Elite 2. We bring you action of the TTPFL every single week. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.